Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman Last Night on Earth 5-pack. This 5-pack is a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, and it contains Batman, Wonder Woman, Bane, Scarecrow, and Omega. Now, I would have got 2 of these packs if there were any differences from the original releases, but I've talked to some people that have the set, and it's 100% identical. As it is, I've only got 1 of these sets. I got 1 to keep my complete Batman and related McFarlane unopened collection. I'm actually going to do this review without ever opening this package. Like I said before, if there was even 1 lick of difference, I would have got a second pack to open. So let's take a look at the packaging here. And this thing is large, looks very nice. On the front, you can see, ages 12 plus. Batman Last Night on Earth contains Batman, Wonder Woman, Bane, Scarecrow, and Omega. Large window package. It has tape keeping it shut. You'd open it up and see the inside, but I'm not going to break the tape seal. This thing is going to remain completely untouched. Other side, Batman Last Night on Earth. The back, very gorgeous. You can see the 5 figures in combat together. And here's an example of the 5 different figures. At the bottom, got a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode in case that happens to help anybody, although I'm not sure how it would. So with no further ado, let's see how we got to this point and check out the contents. So I wasn't originally going to do an unboxing, but I found it hilarious the way they package this thing up. Here's the box they shipped it in, just a plain brown cardboard box. And then next, get this thing open. A little 10% off for my next order, kind of cool. Then you got a box inside the box, and you can see it's got the McFarlane Toys tape on it. Here's the second box inside the shipping box. This has McFarlane tape on it, the Spawn logo, whole 9 yards. And in case anyone was curious to see the information on the side of the box. So let's go ahead and check out what's inside of this box. Open it up. Guess what? It is yet another box of almost the exact same size with more than McFarlane Toys tape. And then we get this box out. It's a completely blank box with McFarlane tape. And once that starts to get opened, open it up, and that will finally expose your Batman Last Night on Earth 5-pack. So now that you've seen where it came from, this thing came inside of a box. That was inside of another box. That was inside of another box, which is absolutely hilarious. Now let's go ahead and check out what the inside would look like. Like I said before, I'm not breaking my tape seal. This thing is going to be completely untouched. But here's an image of how the inside would look. So here's an image of the inside of the package. I found this image online. You can see all 5 of the figures. Bane is pre-assembled. Now there are 3 different reasons I might have bought a second one of these to open. Number 1, if there were any paint differences with the figures, and I really wish there were. Number 2, is Bane any different from the original release? The original release had problems with the legs not being able to stay in. His articulation was so bad. I'm guessing it's literally the exact same thing, but I'd be extremely curious if his legs stay in better or not. And then the 3rd reason, I had one of my subscribers message me on Instagram way back in the day, and he said he would paint the Bane flesh colored for free for me. And his work was absolutely gorgeous. So that is one reason I kind of wanted to get a second pack to open so I could send him my Bane. But $130 just for that Bane, I can get a loose one on eBay for considerably cheaper. And I really don't need another Omega, Scarecrow, Straight Jacket Batman, and Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman. Here's an example of all 4 of the figures as they were individually released. They were a Build-A-Figure Bane wave. I was really excited for this when it came out. Bane himself was a disappointment. He looks pretty good, but his articulation was subpar. The fact that his legs wouldn't stay in to save his life, and I don't know why they made his flesh color gray. It was not that gray in the comics. It was a lot more fleshy. And let's not forget, there's also the Target exclusive Wonder Woman with the Helmet of Fate. I didn't bother getting one of those to keep unopened, as I didn't consider it Batman related enough. Although maybe I should have. And real quick, I wanted to talk about the price. This thing is $125. It's going to cost you probably a good $10+ to ship, plus taxes. You're probably looking about $140 to get this thing. Now, the figures at the store, they originally retailed at $25 each. You do the math, 4 figures at $25, that's $100, and you get Bane for free. In addition to that, these figures have since been severely discounted. You're able to get them on Amazon or eBay or Target for considerably less than retail. But even talking about retail, why the hell would this thing cost more than buying the figures individually? You should get a price break when buying 5 figures at a time. So not only is it reuse of the exact same thing and nothing new, but it costs even more, which makes no sense. Yes, it's a nice box, but come on. And I mentioned this figure is from the Batman Last Night on Earth storyline. Here's my entire collection of the Last Night on Earth comics. We've got both covers A and B of all 3 books. So here are the figures out of the package. I will remind you, these are not actually from the 5-pack. These are the individual figures. I do not open my 5-pack, but the figures and accessories are exactly the same. Batman here comes with Joker's severed head in a sort of lantern thing, and a nightstick. Omega has 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. Bane has absolutely nothing. Scarecrow also has nothing, but his helmet is removable. And then Wonder Woman comes with a sword. Now the difference with the figures, and this is the only difference, are the collector's cards. Here are the collector's cards that came with the individual releases. They're all from the source material, from the actual comic. McFarlane seems to be distancing themselves from using source material. Now they simply show you a picture of the figure on the card. Here's an example of what the collector cards would look like from the 5-pack. Now simply getting 5 new cards that don't mean that much to me was not worth $130+. So now back to the figures. These 5 figures are pretty nice, especially if you're a fan of the Last Night on Earth series, but they definitely have their flaws. The Batman Straightjacket is pretty cool. Omega, he's cool as well. Bane, he's got a lot of problems. I don't like the fact they made his skin gray. It really wasn't that bad in the comics. He was a lot more fleshy looking. His articulation is a little bit rough too, and the fact that his legs don't stay together. And then Scarecrow, he looks cool, he looks creepy, he looks sick, but he's just a torso. Where's my regular Scarecrow McFarlane? And then Wonder Woman, she looks fantastic to the source material, but a Mohawk Wonder Woman is not exactly my ideal of Wonder Woman. It is different and edgy from the comic though. And of course, throw in the Target exclusive Wonder Woman with the Helmet of Fate, and you have the entire McFarlane Last Night on Earth collection. But this Wonder Woman didn't come in the 5-pack. Would have been nice if they gave you the Helmet of Fate loose separately though. Now I wanted to check out these figures in different various action shots, most of which are going to be from my previous individual reviews of these 5 figures. This first shot here is on the back of the package. This is McFarlane's setup of the 5 figures interacting together. Here's an example of Scarecrow perched on the back of Bane. This is how they appeared in the comics. It almost seemed like Scarecrow was poisoning or controlling Bane. Here's an example of Scarecrow with his helmet off. You can see his creepy, disgusting face. Here's an example of the straitjacket Batman at Arkham Asylum, fighting with a whole bunch of other inmates. And here's an example of the straitjacket Batman taking on a bunch of guards in the asylum. Here's Batman taking on Omega, just like the cover of one of the issues of Last Night on Earth. And then Batman and Wonder Woman taking on Omega. So overall, it's a pretty cool action figure set. It's a gorgeous box. The packaging is excellent. But it is frankly just not worth the money. Especially if you've already purchased these figures. If you're one of the guys that gets the majority of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, this set is going to do nothing for you. I was really excited when I first found out about this. I thought, oh, maybe Bane will be different. Maybe he'll have a flesh color painted on. Maybe we'll get some different accessories. Maybe a little bit of a different paint job with some of these figures. No, nothing. Nothing is different. In fact, I would almost even say the set is worse because they cost so much, which doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't there be a price break when you're buying 5 figures? This thing costs $125. It's like they price each figure at $25, which would be accurate, except Bane was free when you bought all 4 of them. Bad call, McFarlane, if you ask me. Bad call indeed. If you're going to do something like this, at least give us some minute differences so collectors like me would buy an extra set. I would totally have another Wonder Woman or Batman if there was something different. Some battle damage, a little bit of paint scheme, different accessories. Come on, give me something, McFarlane, throw me a bone. Now, it is a nice set, and like I said before, it does have its flaws. If I didn't have them before, I would have jumped at the opportunity to grab these guys, but it's just more of the same. McFarlane is great at doing repaints, but they didn't even do that this time. So if I were to rate this set, I'm probably going to give it a 5 out of 10, because there's nothing new brought to the table, and it costs more, and come on, guys. At least that upcoming Suicide Squad 5-pack has King Shark with a bloody mouth. Do not misunderstand me, that is not worth $130 by itself, but at least there's something different. Frankly, looking at that upcoming Suicide Squad 5-pack, I would have thought they would have given us at least the unmasked heads of Peacemaker and Bloodsport. We sure should have gotten the Helmet of Fate included with Wonder Woman. What a nice little bone thrown our way. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.